what this community is in front of us today here with the display of support for this beautiful, beautiful monument. It gives me goosebumps when we unveiled it. I don't know about you, but I get emotional. It's a 6th thing that you get the hoping you get to the letter. Your wife may have second thoughts on that. Anyway, it's a pleasure to have you here, and certainly I want to thank you for the support that you've given this project when called upon to do that. You know, this community is providing many descendants that are gendered by
pleasure, the sheer fun I had working with Bill, especially on the design and study for this. After all, just a framework and a context for Peter Buskin's and a lot of figures is strong enough. Congratulations. Normally, my work, I design for a theater, and my work is ephemeral. And it will last only the time that it's
My friend, I'm going to close with a few brief comments as chair of the committee. I've been given an awful lot of accolades here today, probably more than I deserve. But it's my turn now to give a few back. I think it's fair to say that the oral history that I did back in 2004, I trying to revive an interest in the mill and all that it meant to us. It also did another thing. It pointed out the fact that this community of our birth lacks a fitting reminder of an important period in our past. The Honorable McIntyre mentioned that in Marysville they have a refurbished old mill building, and I've been in it. It's beautiful. In the course of writing that book, I mentioned I went down through the New England states, stopped at quite a few locations, such as Lowell, Massachusetts, Lawrence, Mass, and so on, Manchester, New Hampshire, and to see what they have done with their history is really amazing. And it just makes you think, what is wrong with our community? Well, we tore the buildings down in our vision back in 1973, I think, and we can't put those buildings back up. They're gone, but we can do something like we have done here. So that was kind of the genesis of this whole idea of doing something to remember this important period in our history. The mill, of course, was vitally important to this area for 76 years. It was physically, economically, and socially dominant. It shaped the community. Another line that has been used here today, and I couldn't agree with that more, it shaped the community because of its influence. And of course, the community in turn shapes the people. So we are all products in one sense of the mill. A lot of other people recognize the need to do something in the way of a memorial. They suggested that since I had the interest, I should take the lead. I recall mildly resisting that idea, but I knew in my heart that I had my work cut out for me for the next couple of years. I was down to see, first of all, then Mayor Bob Brown, as Paul has mentioned, and I outlined my plan to him for a cooperative venture to erect a city memorial. I had a list of resources and support that I felt was absolutely necessary from the town, and I'll always be grateful to Bob for helping me get started and for seeing the value and potential of this project. I was never disappointed after I saw Bob Brown. He and council met every request that I had. I'm also grateful to Mayor Gilmore and to Ian Stewart of Development St. Stephen for extending that support in the same spirit. Well, the next thing I did was I formed a committee, and we began to plan and dream and turn those dreams into reality. There's an old saying, follow your heart and your dreams will come true. And that's what we did. On our committee, I just want to name them, on our committee with me were Sandra McCrossan, Ann Grove, Paul Sweeney, Trudy Egan, Hugh McKnight, and Marion Fain, who sadly passed away last summer. I'll always be thankful to these people for the good judgment, loyalty, and unflagging commitment to this project. I think we all understood instinctively that we wouldn't make any small plans. Little plans don't stir people's souls. So we would aim high and try and create a beautiful, lasting, living memorial. So today the dream is realized. Words alone don't do justice to the many acts of generosity that made this possible. I've lived in enough places to know that every community has special defining qualities. And I know that generosity is a quality that's alive and well and woven into the fabric of this community. This monument will always be a testament to that generosity. It was clear from the start this project grabbed the heartstrings, I think, of those connected to this area. We raised over $180,000, mostly on project stage from individuals. The help we received from federal, provincial, and municipal governments was indispensable. Apart from the town, I want to thank Governor Greg Thompson, Tony Hunches, and Honorable Wally McIntyre for their personal efforts in obtaining financial support. In all, I believe this was a truly cooperative effort. This was mentioned a couple of times. Cooperation seems to be the key word of the day. I couldn't agree more. This was truly a cooperative effort with public and private resources, and it demonstrates what we can accomplish when we pull together. The companies and individuals who donated work are too numerous to list, but I know that somehow, some way, they will be rewarded. For us on the committee, it was reward enough that donors will place their trust and confidence in us to see this project through. I know it sounds trite, but it was humbling to receive this generosity, and I can say that it was one of the most gratifying and rewarding experiences of my life. I do want to single out Peter and Michael, whose vision and creativity resulted in this beautiful work of art. We're fortunate to have this striking piece of public art designed by two such accomplished record manufacturers. To conclude, I guess I'm one of those people that believe that to be whole, we need a past, a present, and a future. This monument symbolizes all three. Firstly, this is first and foremost a tribute to workers. It's for all those generations of people who toiled in the mill. Let this monument be a constant reminder of their values, their hopes, and dreams. And some, it represents the yearnings of people for a better life. Not long ago, I read a statement by the American documentary producer Ken Burns, who I'm sure many of you have heard of. He spoke about how so many of our educators speak only of a great person theory of history. You know, the great explorer, the great politician, the great thinker, the great inventor, or whatever. And he said, and I quote, they ignore the many heroic contributions of ordinary people who by their familiar deeds and cadences make our past recognizable, identifiable. So let this monument be a tribute to all those ordinary people who gave us a great past. Secondly, this monument is a gift to us, the present generations, and I hope it will give us a better sense of ourselves, who we are, and where we come from, and the proud past that we share. Finally, for future generations, let it be a reminder of the ideas and dreams of those who came before us. Let it ensure that these dreams will never die. Thank you.